What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. And it's been quite some time since we did anything to the Genesis. So what we're going to be doing today is, I have the stock OEM bumper, a new one inside my house right now. And I also have the new Duraflex front lip. Ordered it through eBay for my car as well. It's painted, everything is all ready to be put on the car. And yes, I got the same OEM bumper as I have now, because personally I didn't really like the aftermarket ones, and if I did like them, they were like $1,200 made to order, so I wasn't trying to spend that much money on a front bumper. So the first thing we're gonna do is jack up the car. I'll go back to you guys. Now that my car is all jacked up, you want to come over here and you want to start taking off the screws that hold in your bumper. So you have one here and one here, and then you got the four going along here, and then you have one over here down in your wheel well that connects to your fender, and then you're gonna have another one on the other side, and then down underneath here you have four screws, one here, 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 and there, and that connects the skid guard to your bumper. Now that I have the bumper off the car, and this is my aftermarket bumper, well, my new bumper painted, you're gonna have to go ahead and take off the fog light bezels from the old bumper and also your grill. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is, they're all screws all along the back of the bezels. It's pretty self-explanatory, and you want to just go ahead and do that, and then you want to go ahead and put them into your new bumper. All along the back here, you have all your screws. You want to go ahead and take every single one of these screws out, and then that will take the bezels right off of the bumper. And then up here you have your grill. You also got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws holding in your grill right up top.
I'd like to kiss you, but I just washed my hair. Bye.
I was gonna jump on it. Where'd it go? I don't know where it went. He's in the backyard. So here I just have the bumper just lightly put onto the car, and as you can see, if you come over here with my Mishimoto intercooler, it's in the way. So I have to do some slight modifications. I think I'm just gonna cut this off completely, just because the bezel had no problem staying in with the clips here. So I gotta cut this, and I probably gotta trim this one a little bit, because the bumper is not gonna sit because the intercooler is in my way. If you have a stock intercooler, you should have no problem putting back on the stock bumper. And also I gotta do the same thing on this side, is because this isn't fitting, because I got the coupler right here in the way. So I gotta go ahead and cut this. So I'm just gonna refer back to my stock bumper, previously bumper, and see how I cut that completely off. And then this side, I didn't even trim this side. So I'm gonna go ahead on this bumper here, and I gotta have to go ahead and trim these. So I'm gonna use like a pair of dikes or something like that, so the bumper will sit flush the way it's supposed to. Come on, Mishimoto intercooler, making my life harder. Now I put the Duraflex front lip on. It's just sitting on the car. It's actually a pretty snug fit. And these three things in the middle here, I'm going to be cutting them off. So I just use like a Sharpie, whatever you want to use, a pen, and I just marked where I have to cut. And I'm going to be cutting this with a Dremel, just right along the line here, because the lip does kind of use that to keep in place. And then along here, it's gonna be a little bit of a tight fit. This just has to pull, and then once that pulls, I'm gonna be using like 2 or 3 self-tapping screws going into the side of my fender, in my wheel well rather, going into to my bumper. So that's gonna sit like this with 2 self-tapping screws. I'm gonna cut these guys here, and then I'm gonna do the same, and then I'm gonna be doing the same thing on the other side over there. That's why we're safety glasses. It looks so much nicer without those bars, yeah. The lip is now on. There's nothing, no type of screw along the bottom. This is like really like tight fitment. The only two screws that we put in was two on the side and the wheel well, which is I put right here. These are like self-tapping screws. One here and one here. You can get whatever you like. I'm probably gonna paint these white eventually. And then when you're doing this, you wanna have someone hold it into place for you. So once you screw it in, it's not going to leave that place where you had it positioned in the first place. So I did that over here. So hold it into place, and then have someone drill into it while you're holding, and then you go ahead and you want to do the same thing on the other side. So now this is going to have a little bit of room, a little bit of wiggle. If you want, you could drill into the bottom as well, but I try to drill the least amount of holes as possible. So now this is good. Now I have to take the bumper back off of the car, and then I have to put the bezels back in. But we're doing like a little bit of like shaving off the back of the bezel because my intercooler pipe right in the way. So we did a little bit of sanding, a little bit of shaving on the back of the bezel. So now hopefully it'll fit right back in. But if you have a stock intercooler, you should have no problem. The bumper is now back off the car for like the 10th time. So we're just gonna throw all the back. We're gonna throw it back on the front grille and the bezels. And I don't know if you guys could notice, but I didn't paint it. Right here, Daddy Dipper painted it. So he painted this, and then he also painted my bezels. So just go ahead and put these back on the same exact way you took them off. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. The new bumper's on, the new front lip is on. I don't know if I said it before, but on the bottom we have no screws holding this into the bumper. It's like snapped into place. The only two we have, or the only four rather, on the side, is two on this in the wheel wells. But it looks pretty good. I cut this. I had to do a little bit of modifying to the bezel so I can fit the intercooler. But it looks pretty good to me. We dropped 1.5 inches in the front. I don't know if that concerns any of you guys. It was with my springs on my car. I was at 6 inches from the ground to the bottom of my bumper to the lowest part. Now I'm like 4.5 inches. So I dropped about 1.5 inches. But that's also because I'm on lowering springs. So yeah. All right, guys. I'm sure I left something out, but if you guys have a question about that, just leave it in the comments and we'll get back to you guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps us out a lot. Yep. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one. See you guys.